What's going on, guys? It's Nathan. Welcome to a special Wednesday edition of Hyperspace Hype, and now in more crystal clear quality. With that being said, this is episode number 35. It's cool that it's in my brain that like 5 and 0s are milestones. So it's crazy we come this far, but also we are finally in the possession of the Mandalorian Season 2 trailer. And now we can harass endlessly scoopers to drop the Bad Batch trailer. But for now, we're going to break down the trailer for Mando Season 2, and I'm super excited to do that with my co-host today. Joining us as always, we have Evan.
Hey guys, how's it going? It feels weird talking about Star Wars on a Wednesday, but I'm super excited. We finally get to deep dive into the Mandalorian trailer. Like I said last week, we had the poster, we had the EW stuff. Hopefully we get a trailer next week, and we have. It's not as long as I thought, not a lot of brand new stuff, but I'm very excited to talk about what we have seen and what we didn't see as well in the Mando Season 2 trailer.
And also joining us, we have Carson.
What's going on, guys? Yeah, like Evan said, it's like a story. It's not so much a story trailer as it's a very compelling tease, and that's how I wanted it. I feel like I would like this trailer even more if I didn't know what wasn't in it. You know what I mean? And all the scoops we've been talking about for months. But that being said, there is still so much to break down. In particular, we got some more Baby Yoda action. We got everything. I'm excited for the show to come back next month, guys. I can't even. It's weird to say that.
It's crazy.
But yeah, and we also, I think we got confirmed now that we know all the directors for season 2. I know we mentioned last week that there was one spot left that we thought that someone would be coming back. And I think it's going to be Bryce Dallas Howard, because she did quote the tweet and kind of promote it. So people are kind of assuming that she's coming back, which I think she is. But yeah, it's just exciting that this is next month and that we get some new Star Wars content in the middle of a pandemic that, this might not even happened if they would have, their filming schedule would have been a month either way, which is crazy. So I'm just happy that we're getting more Star Wars.
Absolutely. And so we're going to be going through breaking down the trailer, saying everything we like, and we have that to be queued up right here.
Aha.
Ooh. So off the bat,
Interstellar.
Before we start, I know Murph. No.
Don't let me leave.
Go to the bookshelf. No, I'm kidding.
I'm your
is that even her name? I don't even know. What planet do you guys think that is? A beautiful shot right there. I love
Jupiter.
That stuff.
I don't know. I love this long take, and I
Yeah.
So it feels very much like a shot right after the crawl. If this was the opening shot of Mando Season 2, just getting right back into the action, you see the Razor Crest.
I love that.
Imagining that it's the start where every Star Wars where it pans to the planet, but then you go over that planet to another. That's cool.
Yeah. So then. Play it a little from here too. So it looks like the Razor Crest is sparking. The right engine or left engine?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
And the drop doors open.
Yeah, it's the right one. It looks like.
Anywho, I don't know what this planet could be.
So is it going to the blue planet or going to the one on the left?
I think it is going into the distance. I can't tell exactly what planet it is. I mean, just from a distance, my brain would say Endor. I mean, this could be Endor in the Force.
I'm thinking Nar Shaddaa. I'll say later on.
Okay.
In the
interesting. Anyways, I thought this was a moon initially because I'm like, wait, why are these planets so close together? But really, there's a lot of distance between it because look how close he is to this, and that's Anyways, yeah, I'm so excited, and the Razor Crest is honestly the star of this trailer. If we're being honest. We were wondering what the EW article kind of gave us some hints of okay, this season is going to have a bigger scope and we're going to explore other stories. And you just see some space battles during this. I love the shot later, some flying through some clouds, just the speeder bike stuff. It's so cool that it feels bigger already.
The scope.
And I didn't know how the second season was going to feel because we were so contained. And we always mention on this show is the TIE fighter being so intimidating. And then immediately in this trailer, we see, 3 or 4 or 5 TIE fighters taking off. And it's just everything's just being amped up.
I think this is truly going to feel like a legit 8-hour Star Wars film.
Yeah, for real.
But yeah, this
Great
planet,
shot.
I'm definitely intrigued to see what's going to go down.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember what
Lucasfilm
comes
logo.
next. Everybody clap!
The best logo, I know. Ah, the crowd goes wild.
A long time ago.
When I first saw you.
Raw.
Raw.
We have the graffiti planet with this look.
This is gorgeous. I love the street
Fantastic shot. It reminded me of a shot like from Sicario or something.
Different-
Yeah,
True.
no, I love the back. It feels like a suburb in Mexico or something. Honestly, It feels
Exactly.
like
Yeah.
you have all the backlights in the
That's
back,
the
and then
dome
you have
effect.
like just a dimness and
Yeah. It looks like you can see like cactuses in the back or something, but obviously.
yeah.
Not. But yeah,
People are
all that
theorizing what
graffiti.
this planet could be. I like the idea that it would potentially be Corellia.
Corellia would be nice. Yeah, I first thought like
Corellia.
I first thought Nar Shaddaa because Nar Shaddaa was like that dark, grimy planet.
Here, let's
Top
go
five.
back to the
Yeah, let's go back real quick.
to this. I
I think I know what planet that's from.
I don't know what happened. Like
writing this up too.
that was funny. Carson's cursor was like going over something, and I just see Timothy Chalamet from Dune.
Oh my! Literally, the next recommend. No, look, I'll show you guys. The next recommended.
I thought he was in the lineup of the trailer. I was like, what are? Yeah.
Stop
okay.
watching the Dune trailer, Carson.
Yeah, so you can see where my priorities are at.
Yeah.
But yeah, this shot is just—it's so beautiful. It reminded me of like the new game coming out, Cyberpunk. It has that cyberpunk noir Blade Runner feel to it. Love it. And of course, people have mentioned like Coruscant level 3000 or whatever it was.
13?
1313, not 3000. Yeah.
3000.
I don't know what I'm saying. 1313.
Andre 3?
To me, it feels so. We talked about so much how season 1 was like inspired by like things that George was inspired by. This feels very much inspired by the time period of when Star Wars came out. Like this feels like 80s, like
Ridley Scott.
Yeah, this is like Ridley Scott right here. Like
Especially the opening shot that we just went over.
Yeah, so it feels very, I guess retro is not the word, but it feels like modernized within a lived-in world, which of course Star Wars is known for. It just it just shocks me how well this show blends its effects and environments, like on a TV budget, obviously. And I think this is one of those instances, we said in the EW article too, of like they were able to maximize their budget more this season because they didn't have to like build the volume and stuff. Like that cost was already like sunk into the production.
Exactly.
So I think we're seeing directly on screen, this amped up environments and everything. So cool.
Yeah. And I love Baby Yoda's cradle that they got from the end of season 1. Pretty cool.
Yeah,
pretty awesome.
Amazing.
Cool to see that back.
And the most beautiful and peaceful planet in Star Wars.
Right. Every time.
Every time.
So is that thing's practical though? Look at that. That's gotta be right.
It looks
Absolutely.
like it. I think was that yeah.
Well, yeah, I was like gonna break down like the practicality of it. I imagine, you got like some people in this, like the same way you see like street parades doing like the dragon.
That's exactly what I thought of.
Nice. Wasn't that animal included in like the season 1 documentary behind the scenes stuff when they were talking about like the?
Yes, because remember they did the one stop motion shot is through the in episode 5 when he's going through the binoculars or whatever.
Yeah,
there's a slight shot of one of these.
Was that a?
Oh no!
Like, I know there was a body hanging off. Was that was it hanging off of a bantha or a dewback?
Oh, it could have been a dewback.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it was the other one.
But similar to that, I assume if they did it for the dewback, they'll do it for this animal as well.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely real. Like that dude's sitting on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This isn't Game of Thrones where they're sitting on the kind of green, whatever it was.
Little green head for a dragon.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is great. I think just reconfirming theories. I feel like we're gonna run into Cobb Vanth and all that.
Yeah. And
He's trying
it
to
might
keep
be
the door open.
yeah, exactly. It might be early on in season 2, earlier than I expected at least, if it's in this trailer.
All right, I'm pausing because this is kind of a big topic right here.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's look at that. So, what do you guys think?
Ilum?
Possibly.
So someone's telling me that like the occupation is like already established. Or like we're like I guess I don't know what the timeline would be. I didn't think about it.
I think so because like if I think back on that, it's like playing Fallen Order, Empire was already occupying Ilum.
Yeah. So I guess I'm asking the wrong question. I should be asking like what's left on Ilum before the First Order transitions.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking because we see it in Fallen Order, which is before New Hope, so before the original trilogy happens, and of course the Empire has a full control. But after the Battle of Jakku, the Empire is mostly 90% wiped out. So are they still going to be like what's their forces like on Ilum if this is Ilum?
I think the base is here. Like I feel like this would be like it'd be really cool if like this is where Moff Gideon retreated to. Like
wow. Okay.
You know, like I think it'd be because I think there's some shots later on that like it kind of looks like even that stormtrooper hallway thing. I'm like, are they running around on a base or a Star Destroyer or like?
Yeah, I make it even maybe like the speeder bike chase we see later could be.
Yes, and that was the other thing. It looks
really on this planet.
I mean, they were going through like
looks like an aircraft carrier or like a platform that like it's a base is on.
I'd be so intrigued. I'm just wondering what they're actually doing here though, because I don't think.
Yeah, I have no idea.
That's the big question. It's like,
are they meeting a character that we know, like from the rumors? Do you guys assume that they're meeting any of the?
In the first place, like obviously they're not just gonna like.
I don't know.
And is this the Razor Crest still?
It doesn't look.
I think. Maybe. Well, I was saying, I was like checking out. I was hearing a Steel talk about earlier, and like dude was also comparing markings, and he said those markings are on the Razor Crest.
Okay, I mean it would make a lot of sense if it's the Razor Crest. Of course, from that angle, it's very hard to tell.
Yeah, it's just
it does look like it's crashed.
Mm-hmm.
And it could have split open.
This could be the planet, the blue planet that we see in the first shot of the trailer, or that they were going towards.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, that blue planet could also be the water planet that we see later on as well.
Right.
Yeah, this is interesting. I like how he's kneeling down, talking to Baby Yoda here too.
Yeah, but of course, the big thing with Ilum to mention before we click play and go into the other shots is like, how important it is to the Jedi. So this feels, if it is Ilum, this is definitely going down one of the Force centric things of like, okay, we have to find Baby Yoda's, a proper place for Baby Yoda or where he comes from. And I think it's just hilarious. They go through a Kyber crystal cave together. I'm just imagining like what that looks like.
I'm thinking like we have to get his Kyber crystal. Is going to be a purple Kyber crystal.
I don't think it'll be a thing like that, but I will say, granted, because he is like a literal baby still, 50 or not. I imagine you could still get like some semblance of like a sense of Force guidance and basically just like having to trust the child.
Give me Force echoes in this. Like, give me some like clues where they need to go. Like, I think it'd be cool if we saw Force echoes of the younglings or something, or you just hear it. It'd just be cool. Like, just throw back to Clone Wars. And that's something Filoni would totally do because
it is. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking of like Force echoes. It kind of reminded me of things only a Jedi can like access. But just like going near like Force artifacts or Jedi artifacts, that would be really awesome.
It would be something.
It's so intriguing too because Mando, just like all the ideologies at play, and like I feel like there's like 3 different kind of Mandalorians this season, and then all the scope of this Jedi stuff and Baby Yoda and the Empire. I feel like he's being pulled 5 different directions, and it's like so awesome that there's so much at stake.
Great point, Carson. Like, if this is Ilum, and if he's going to see some old ancient Jedi Force stuff, whatever, like, how is he going to feel with this? Because he seems very like focused on the Mandalorian, like focusing on that. Of course, he wants to focus on Baby Yoda as well, but how much care is he going to put into this? How much like he's like very
Right.
much an outsider in all of this. So very
And
interesting.
even comparing them, how is he going to feel about, the failure of the Jedi, because obviously he's going to be going around not being able to find a lot of people that could help Baby Yoda at first, you know what I mean? And so maybe when he does learn more, he's going to, maybe start to see the overlap and, kind of the corruption that can take place. Or I'm sure just like the buffoonery of all the hierarchy stuff, even in the Mandalorian. Another thing, just like, oh, do I really need to be wearing this mask all the time? Do I like that kind of stuff? All in question.
On top of that, like we didn't even mention, there's a voiceover in the trailer. I think it's happening ever since the trailer starts with the armorer from the first couple of episodes of Mandalorian, then the finale.
I wonder if that planet is at where they all retreated
to. But yeah, so I think in the armor is talking about like the Jedi or people that had conflict with the Mandalorian. So is that going to come into play with the Mando as well, with Din Djarin here? So big stuff to think about
now. But because it's the same dialogue that's in the finale episode.
Yep.
But yeah, no, I think I never even like considered going in like with all my speculation that like we're going to be like diving into such focus on that. But then when the trailer does, it makes me even more excited. Also, like I might be noticing detail. I like the I think I'm seeing that right. The frost effect on his armor in the location.
It looks like it. Yeah.
That's cool.
Looks cool.
Oh, and if this isn't Ilum, what other ice planets do you guys think this could be? Like an original one? Weren't there a couple ice planets in Fallen Order that wasn't Ilum?
There was what's it called? Zepho.
Zepho, yeah, Zepho.
Which was like it was like a mixture of the two. It was mostly snowy, but there was still like some grassy plain area.
Yeah, there we go.
I think somebody was even attempting to break down that maybe it's the planet at the end of Clone Wars, but that's when they were also trying to figure out if this was one of the down gunships or if it was the Razor Crest.
Wow. Like I don't even know what that planet was at the end of the Clone Wars, but man, that would be crazy.
My theory for that was it was Zepho before it got snowy, but I don't know.
Dang, that would be crazy.
It would be if it is that. If it's just going a wild limb here and saying it's not Ilum and it's that planet from the end of Clone Wars, the absolute potential for Ahsoka's first shot to show up of her being in the landscape, but just her robe blowing in the wintry wind, like kind of like standing where her lightsabers were or wherever she left them, not like directly there, but kind of looking like that. It'd be so cool.
So imagine seeing like the one remaining helmet just barely peeking out the snow.
Oh my gosh!
And they would. They would do that.
Yeah. What's next?
Oh, man.
I think we're heading into the caves.
Into the caves.
Into the woods. I don't know.
Into the unknown. No, we're going to. I had to pause for this.
Yeah, I mean, look. So yeah, I think it was Noah in our chat that was bringing up a great point that I think I don't think I remember the arc very well in Clone Wars, but isn't the planet called Mon Cala?
Yeah, that's that's exactly what I was thinking. Mon Cala.
Now that I see like all the natives there, like 100%. Originally, when we were like just speculating off of the leak to Disney Plus images, I thought it was potentially the exploration of the whole Camino thing, just based off the Doctor in this patch. But now I'm just like, okay, well, hold on.
Yeah,
I'm sure this is the only place we can spend the calamari flan, but
right. And like, I love it's so like it's so funny, honestly, that the Mon Cal are like on like what looks to be like a fishing barge.
That's honestly like a cool. That's honestly a cool
they
idea.
Live underwater, right? They live underwater and they're on a fishing barge. And I don't know why. It's so
what a great aesthetic, though. Like imagining just like looking off this, like the thought of like going like a more like pirate angle, like actual like on the seas aesthetic in Star Wars is really cool idea.
You know what it reminds me of like those shows on the Discovery Channel where it's like just these guys on these giant ships like catching lobster in cages and they're just out on the open water. I don't know why. a total like
big hurricane, but we're trying to keep the lobsters in.
Yeah, but when I first saw this image, my mouth was like, whoa, because it looks very fresh and new and something like you don't really see a lot in Star Wars. The only other kind of connection I can make is in Star Wars Resistance, where they have that open market on top of the Colossus.
Yes.
That's like the only thing I can try and connect it with. But otherwise, this looks pretty new because all we've ever seen of Mon Cala, if this is Mon Cala, is like, of course, underwater in the Clone Wars episodes. And some of the Darth Vader comic books, there's like beaches and stuff like Vader's on top of, or little surface, like aquatic things like in the middle of the ocean, but never a full market here. And this looks very fascinating. I really like it.
I wonder if they're, I mean, that's a long stretch if they actually like retie it in, but I wonder if they're potentially looking for somebody to help them. And if it's like one of the Bounty Puck guys from the very first episode, because they had a Mon Calamari like spinning on the display. I don't know.
It does feel very like, it feels like he's not going on a job, but like kind of hunting down a lead that's not specific to I don't know. It feels very much smuggler, like, you know, we got to hunt down a lead, or we got to go get information for somebody or something like that.
Hopefully he's not like, hopefully this isn't like a side episode, because I remember in the EW article they said it's going to be more serialized. So I hope everything's going to connect. Right. I don't want him to just go on a job and then that'll be it for the episode.
Yeah, and this it looks interesting, but like this character like down front with like it looks like they have like a water pack on. Like, is that? Do you guys think that's like a thing where like they need the water to breathe? Or
oh, I didn't even think of that. It's very possible. Yeah.
It also made me think of the little fish from Resistance that are like always just jumping around that they eat. I can't remember what they're called, but it looks like one of those little tanks. But I don't think anything's in there besides water, obviously.
I love the gloomy, like rainy aesthetic to it too, just based on this water world.
Yeah. I mean, it just looks incredible.
Especially with like the lamps. It's like that's like my literal aesthetic. It's just a gloomy atmosphere with lamps.
Yeah, a lot of like gloomy lamps this season. I'm so glad, because you know we got a lot of like, you know, that flat Western feel last season. So I'm glad they're kind of evolving on their visual.
And like, is this all? Do you guys think this is all from the volume, or is this like an actual huge set? Like, look at that. It looks very expansive.
This looks like a set, man. This is
it has to be, right?
Unless they built a bigger volume.
Yeah, because
I don't know. I mean, the fact that they were able to fake the cantina walls in,
you know what, it could be the volume, guys. Look at this. Okay,
that's insane.
Look at this like circle pod here, and then this. It looks like this. The volume would start here, and then this all on the ground here cuts off.
Is it a cake? I don't know. God.
Either way. I don't even see like these nets up here. Totally like Jack Sparrow vibe.
Right. It's so pirates. I love it.
Yeah, let's continue though.
I think we're heading onto the boat itself now. Yeah, just beautiful.
Whoa. Okay. This is where people got. Whenever there's a freaking somebody in a hood in any Star Wars trailer, people go crazy.
Ahsoka, no.
I said this last week though. Like, whenever there's somebody in the hood, like Rogue One, like, who's the guy in the hood? Is that Snoke? Oh my gosh! And then like the Force Awakens teaser trailer. Oh my gosh, Kylo Ren in the hood. Like, what's going on? Could that be Luke? Oh my gosh!
Is it a Jedi? Oh my god!
And like everybody in a freaking hood. Even the Last Jedi trailer, there was those people in Snoke's throne room. Like, who are those people? Oh my gosh! So yeah, hooded figure. This is
Sasha Banks.
Sasha Banks from WW.
Was only rumored before this, and interestingly enough, was never mentioned in that official EW article as the Tamora Morrison, Rosario Dawson, and the other few that are rumored / confirmed to be in this season. So it's even more mysterious for whoever this character is, you know?
Could it be Sabine Wren?
No, I'm sorry. Take it back.
Yeah. I saw that tweet. Don't act like I didn't see that
Oh, I
tweet.
deleted it. All right, you know, I'm just.
There's zero chance it's Sabine. There's zero chance it's somebody we know. I know that for sure.
See, I was just like in the moment, like when I was watching it, like my brain didn't catch up because I just woke up in the morning because they're like, oh, it's gonna drop at like 7, 8, 9, 10 a.m. and I was like, God, I have no sleep. So I was watching it, and basically, like just with the voiceover, this is where they're like dropping the connective
The Jedi
and sorcery and all that. And I was like, well, obviously that's not Ahsoka. Like, and I was looking real close because like. At first glance, I'm like, is that Rosario Dawson? And it's not. And I was like, okay. And also, no aesthetic to look like Ahsoka. So unless Lucasfilm went like such an extra mile, like they did in the Ragnarok trailers to put Thor's eye back in, this is just Sasha in a hood, which it clearly is. Initially, like I said, with the connectivity of the Jedi dialogue, I was like, well, if it's obviously not Ahsoka, you're gonna have connectivity. I imagine they're just kind of like being sneaky. Maybe it is Sabine. That's what I was thinking. And then as time was going on, I was like, all right, hang on. No, hold on. Fact check myself.
I've come to my senses. Yeah.
I think it's a new character.
1000%.
Someone suggested Night Sister, which I thought was a cool angle. I would love that.
Can it be somebody that we don't know from any of the canon?
That's funny too. Is like I know it's funny because like everybody's like in the argument that against that it's Sabine, everybody's saying like they're talking about all this Jedi dialogue, and I feel like that's the misdirect though. I don't think it's an actual Force user.
Yeah, it's dialogue that we already heard. If this was new dialogue, I'd be like, there has to be a connection there. But since it's old dialogue that we've heard before, just overlapped with new images, I'm like, okay, then there's no connection.
And you know what? I'm like, there's no way it's Sabine because I'm not familiar with Sasha Banks' wrestling career or anything. But this is her first acting gig. Like you cannot just cast Sabine as someone who's never acted in a show before. I saw
Tia Sakar, who has been in live action and animated stuff. So come on.
Yes. So that's kind of the one point that I'm like, I fought myself in my head. I'm like, wait a minute, let's back up.
I'm with you, man. Yeah, I think Tia. Whenever we get a Sabine from Star Wars Rebels, it'll be played by Tia Sakar from the actual show. It has to be. Like, come on.
I mean, if you get Katie Sackhoff for Bo-Katan this season, you imagine, like, you have to get Tia. Like,
that'd be crazy. Like, instead of like Bo-Katan being Katie Sackhoff, they got Emily Blunt or something. They play Bo-Katan. That would be wild. Internet would go crazy.
I just want Emily Star Wars.
Me too. I'll wear it and everything. But yeah, so Sasha Banks in a hood here, seemingly on the water planet, Mon Cala maybe. Is this the person he's meeting with, or is she just following him? What could be the connection there?
Well, if I were to, what?
Sorry, Nathan, go ahead.
Okay, well, if I were just like off of speculation, what I'd imagine is it'll be a sense of like we're trying to find a lead, but now maybe this person, whoever she may be, could be the connective lead that leads us down our Force journey to so that could be interesting. I
didn't realize there were so many shots back and forth between her and Mando. Like, geez.
No, they make eye contact, and then Baby Yoda and Mando look at each other, which I'm trying to get to here.
Did she disappear? Oh, she pulled a Batman, didn't she?
Yeah,
she pulled a Batman. Yeah. Only Batman can do that. Come on.
Now the big question here.
Baby Yoda just looks.
Did you see that, man? No, but honestly, this is an adorable shot. It's just like father and son. It's amazing. Look at it.
Anyways,
look at the lighting. I will say, I think my favorite aesthetic from all of season 1 was the intro of the first episode. So the fact that we're getting more of that stylistic look is my favorite.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, just seeing like the reflected nature, like all around, it's gorgeous.
I think my favorite from season 1 was in episode 2, where like they're traveling in the desert and at night and that kind of thing.
I love when the Trandoshans are jumping the canyon, and you see it reflected. In the
that was so cool. I love it.
So good.
Yeah,
Rick Famuyiwa, boys.
Yes,
he's coming back.
Which episode? Which clip do you think he's directing? This one.
So Ricky is confirmed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Which is awesome. He wholeheartedly deserves it. It's so much after watching Disney Gallery. I'm so glad he's coming back.
He deserves a freaking Star Wars movie.
And Deborah Chow, man. I resonate so much with what they're saying and just everything that they put out. especially in the Mandalorian stuff, which is so cool. Anywho, moving on, as they say.
We're just over halfway.
Streaming this October.
What?
Dun, 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 dun. October 30th.
And we got a
Look at
big
that.
look at the boat here, which pause.
So that is the Knights of Ren ship. Kind of.
Just
Master of the Knights
someone
of Ren.
said Star Wars submarine, and I could not be more.
Dude, because you guys said they live underwater, right?
They mostly do. Like, if this isn't Mon Cala, that could all be for nothing.
That's a lot of open water, though. I mean,
Yeah.
if it's not Camino, I mean, yeah.
And
Trying
it's
to zoom
like
in.
a big point thing in the front, so I don't know if it goes underwater.
Oh, I feel like that's just some fin steering. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like most ships have that little thing in front of it.
I guess that would be. I guess while it does sail, maybe it retracts down. Who knows?
Yeah.
It has engines on the back, which is like that's such a cool concept. It's like they're sailing, but they still have the engine power.
Yeah, that's really
Which
awesome.
reminds me too, like one of my favorite things I saw from Last Jedi on Canto Bight was when it was sailing off of a waterfall into the air.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned. Like, I was talking to somebody. That's been the only time we've seen a real like a boat in Star Wars, at least that I can remember.
Yeah.
Like the Last Jedi came to Bight Planet, but this looks pretty cool. Again, it looks very how should I say, like, of course, aquatic, but just very real, down to earth, like just a normal ship on the water.
Hodgepodge
It-
together to sail.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like the opposite effect on me as like when they pop out of the water in Phantom Menace, and it feels very much fish out of water because they're in that ship and they barely survive. This just feels like blended in. Like this feels like the animal that's in the water. Like this, like I don't know. It's so cool.
Mhm.
Oh,
I want
stand
Lego
up, dude.
Of course. But yeah, this looks very awesome. I would love it to be a submarine. I don't think it's going to be, but whew.
Yeah, I mean with the open top, I don't necessarily see
Yeah.
a submarine, but like
I like that.
That's
Pause it
cool.
here, Carson. Or yeah.
At the
you have to pause every shot. It's a Star Wars trailer.
he's working on the ropes, guys. He's working on.
Yeah. I'm just like looking around here.
We're sailing.
Okay.
I wonder
Barrel.
what's transported. I don't
So yeah, Mando comes to that ocean planet, goes to the docks, probably like has to go rent a ship here. But where is he going? Like I wonder. I'm very excited. I don't know anything that's going on in this trailer. Like I don't know.
And, he draws a lot of attention to himself, especially in these kind. I mean, look, he's got a little bit hovering baby, and the shiniest and distinct kind of armor on, which is I think
we're actually
like,
going to find out.
get that this season.
We're actually
Yeah.
going to find out the Yoda species is naturally aquatic, and we're just going to throw Baby Yoda right in.
Let's go. Oh my god, it reminds me of there's this video or there's this joke going around on TikTok where these like parents like start trying to swim train their infants like at way too young of age, and there's like this of just these swim teachers like throwing their infant kids in the water and just go,
What the
"Hey,
heck?
put your head out of the water." So now I'm thinking
What show is that?
It's real life. It's on TikTok.
on social media, and like
Oh my
people
gosh.
are determined to make their 10-month-old kids swim, and I'm just like, why are you throwing your 10-year-old kid in the water?
People
Like,
are
or 10-year-old
insane.
kid in
Why
the
are
water?
you damaging their lungs so early?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's disgusting, honestly. But it's just
Do the babies even have floaties on?
no, and they're just like floating upside down.
What the heck? Oh my gosh.
I'll have to find one and send it to Evan after this.
God,
'cause
I'm gonna be traumatized just thinking about that.
Yeah, dude. It's bad. Samanda.
Anywho, let's hope that Baby Yoda doesn't have swim lessons this season.
He's got his own boat.
I like how those guys in the back just like are completely ignoring him, just going on with their day.
Like, isn't like a natural thing? Like every time like somebody sees Baby Yoda, they're just like, oh, what's that? Like how rare is Yoda's species? I wonder.
They're just chilling, looking at Mando again.
Adorable.
Ah,
Oh,
Here we go. Now I had two initial thoughts. My initial
Okay.
thought was like, okay, cool. I think there's going to be like from this shot specifically in the next one. I was like, okay, cool. I think there's going to be a collaborative team up with X-Wing Squadron on some sort of progression of the mission, maybe like a mutual beneficial thing, like, hey, you can help us out on this Empire side, and we can guide you on this thing. And I was like,
That's
okay,
what I'm
cool.
thinking.
But then also, I have no idea when they get to like the cloud shots if he's being pursued by them or not.
So here's my theory.
You're right.
He's approaching a planet. It is an escort. I think it's an escort down to a planet. I don't know what kind of like New Republic / like who it would be really, or what even base kind of would look like.
Mm-hmm.
But I can see what Nathan was saying of like, there's a mutually beneficial thing. Hey, you met Moff Gideon. We need intel on him. What was he like? Blah, blah, blah. Something like that.
Yeah.
Whoa, that'd be awesome.
Now I have a new theory. Now I'm wondering, like, well, maybe he actually is getting an escort help, but then maybe there's like new info pop up during the mission that's like, this will aid me on my mission so well with this child, even though but I can't break away from this X-wing mission, but he has to anyway. He just goes for it, and then that turns the tides wrong, and then now he has no allies on both sides.
Too risky, yeah, it's like too risky, and he can't like risk Baby Yoda, and then he has to like ditch the escort, and then they're like, all right, fighters up, like what are you doing? Like,
now you're enemy on both sides of the war, and
wow, that would be awesome.
Because I mean, yeah, it would be easy to just like write Mando into like the rebellion hero side, but like again, we've seen that. Like if we go
exactly
of like,
he doesn't really care,
like the Ronin of Star Wars, of the no allies, like right here. It's gorgeous as well.
Yeah, they put on their attack foils, right?
Yeah, he's moving into attack position, like right next to him.
Yo, what's going on?
I don't
Is that
know.
a threat?
I don't know. I don't know if it's a threat to him or if
threat?
it's approaching, because he's looking at them. They're not just like locking up. Like,
yeah, I think it has to be the target that they're facing. And again, later in the trailer, we do see what seemingly is like a inside of a Star Destroyer. So could that be it?
Yeah.
Or
I don't know.
But either way, we think these guys are going to be facing Mando in a second here.
Yeah. People were saying that, like, oh, is that R2? Is that an R2 unit that, like,
I zoomed in.
Where?
I zoomed in on chat, and it's a green astromech.
Oh, I see. I didn't even realize that.
But anyways, there's like theories that like Luke was like sending Ahsoka. I'm like, why in the world would you skip over Luke and Ahsoka meeting and then backwardsly do it? So the fact that Luke and Ahsoka have already met, and then like, why?
Like, I just want an animated, man.
Me too.
I can't do an Ahsoka live action series, man.
I would never get it in. Yeah, I would never support. I mean, I'm going to watch it, of course.
They have.
I can't say I'm not going to support it, but I'm just like, I'm not excited for that.
Be happy about it.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, but the first thing that came into my mind when I saw these X-wings was, of course, like the director cameo in episode 6.
That was what I was gonna say.
Is that
for
yeah,
Filoni, Deborah Chow, Rick Famuyiwa?
Yeah.
They're on set. Like, can you sound disinterested again? Always. Like,
all right, so then we get to this.
Gorgeous.
So they're behind him at this point, but
where
He's
are
moving.
they? Dude, yeah, so fast. Like they're following one path, but also they're not firing.
Not at all. Yeah, it's true.
And it's an open field for you to fire at, like, unless it's like a planet where like the atmosphere will rupture if you fire, which would be insane.
Like one of those weird gas planets where like if you fire something, explosions or lightning will go off.
Didn't Interstellar have something like that?
Did it?
I feel like it might have been something. I don't know. If they crash into a solid cloud, though.
I was gonna say also, like I forget what I was gonna say now. But yeah, like if they're chasing him, maybe this is when, like at the beginning of the trailer, where he's like his ship is wounded. Maybe it's after this fight.
This could be the upper atmosphere before he like.
Yeah,
I mean, it could be Ilum.
That's not a bad theory because this looks like a lose him in the storm kind of moment, like above the cloud, dip into the storm.
If it becomes a full blown hurricane that we're flying in,
my God, that'd be awesome.
Oh my God! Please, Star Wars, put more storms in.
All I need is a reference to BB-8 in The Force Awakens, where he like spins up and catches himself, but Baby Yoda falls out of his little carriage and is just floating in the air, and then we just cut to him and just like like are about to go down, and then just get him a Baby Yoda smile, and he falls back into his little kickers, and then we
I want Mando to turn his head back, and Baby Yoda's just like doing like a full like 180 flip.
That would be awesome.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so it's so mysterious what's going on with. I guess I didn't even think about the relationship with the Republic and all that, but obviously
they let him go in episode 6, but
yeah,
which was a surprise. I don't know if it because they just kind of like came out rapidly fast, like right behind him, but nobody broke off.
Yeah, they didn't like chase after him mainly because like there was like an enemy sighting on the ship, so they were focused on that.
Yeah, and they were locking that signal. That was their.
And they were very disinterested.
Yeah, very disinterested.
Another day,
But also like I have no idea what this planet could be. People are automatically thinking Cloud City. I don't think that's the case.
No, get out of here, people. Not everything has to be.
There's clouds.
Want to be Cloud City? Oh my god!
Like ever since.
I know we're going back to Tatooine, but like
exactly, like ever since Jon Favreau mentioned like this is gonna be like the Empire Strikes Back of Mando season 2, like
every Star Wars sequel ever.
I know, right?
It's literally the cover of the article. It was like the Mandalorian Strikes Back. Every time.
Annoying. But yeah, they're like, okay, maybe the ice planet is Hoth, and maybe this is Cloud City. I'm like, come on, guys!
We got the bones of the Swampa in this Disney gallery. We'll discuss.
Yeah. So yeah, this is very exciting in terms of what the Republic is doing at this point. I think it's important to like reiterate because like we've only saw them one time in Mando season 1, but at this time they're still like recovering. They're not doing a lot of
They also
like, armaments.
They also made a point that the Razor Crest was a ship that was off the Republic radar, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's why they didn't really need Mando for the job. They needed his ship. For episode 6.
Yes. Yeah, you're right. Good point. Good call.
And it was the Republic cruiser that they invaded, so be interesting.
But yeah, so I think the Republic has no need to like look for people like Mando, but it does have need to people like Moff Gideon, who one of the like last remnants of the.
So it can become a shared interest of like, okay, whoever has control of this child, like, kind of has leverage in whatever the situation is.
And I wonder if there's like. And it would be interesting too, because if they would even like explore the idea of like the Yoda species, because I don't think anybody outside of Luke has any connected to that species in the rebellion.
Yeah, I can't see somebody like Leia or what's the name? What's the main rebellion woman in the white dress?
Mon Mothma.
I don't think she would have anything to do with Baby Yoda either. So
I think at max, like everybody in Rebellion would be like Obi-Wan, but not Yoda because he was in hiding forever.
So yeah. Also, these could be like these 2 X-wings have the same color design on them. These could be like bought out Republic people.
I'm gonna look up these ships from
yeah, and that's the other thing we have to remember. Like, there's a power vacuum right now. These could just be like decommissioned X-wings, like flying around. We don't know who's in them.
The first thing I thought of, like in Rebels, when they go to like the mining or Rebels or Clone Wars, whatever, which one, they go to like the mining guild and they have like these. They're not like yellow X-wing, but they're like yellow standardized ships. Like they all look the same. So the first thing I thought of was like, oh, are these X-wings from a certain like company here or a certain corporation that the Mandalorian is coming into contact with? I don't know, but it's still, of course, it obviously could be the rebellion as well.
Yeah, right now I'm looking up the X-wings in the episode just to see if like they match the markings because these ones have like yellow markings.
These are all yellow. I think the ones in the show.
I love that transition right here. This transition is so cool.
Oh yeah. Somebody was pointing out too that in like a higher quality, like on TV, somebody was able to take a photo and like on the bike, this jetpack has the missile on it that like matches the Boba Fett jetpack more than Mando's.
Yeah.
Does it really?
Yeah. Like it's like because Mando doesn't have that build of a jetpack, but Boba does. So I don't think it's necessarily Boba Fett. I think it could be Cobb Vanth if it is.
Oh, you know what? I'm seeing it.
Yeah.
Wait, say it again.
The jetpack on his back is more. It's more Boba Fett and Jango Fett's than Mando's that he wears because it has like the rocket missile on top and like the
it has like the big fat.
Yeah.
So that could be Cobb Vanth.
Right.
instead of Boba
That's
Fett.
what I think. I don't think it's Boba Fett.
Oh man! And remember, refresher, Cobb Vanth is from the Aftermath novels. The guy the sheriff in Tatooine, who supposedly took Boba Fett's armor
I
and
think
was, like doing that.
How much of
I
Cobb's
think
story do we know?
I think this is right after, or not right after, but maybe overlapping when I think he's the one that runs into Fennec. I think with Boba's armor.
I would love that. That'd be interesting.
Yeah,
What
I'm
you saying,
sure.
Nathan?
What do we know? The full journey of Cobb Vanth. Does he die in the books or?
No, he does not. Yeah, no.
Okay.
So he does not die in the books. I think all we know for now, like his journey across all 3 Aftermath novels, was just that he's a sheriff. He took Boba Fett's armor, and then he instilled a law into that area. Like he killed some people that were terrorizing towns.
Was it a short story too?
Yeah, it's one of those like interim anthology stories in between chapters.
Okay, and do we know what set era it was?
Yeah, it was definitely like this time post.
It was it was at this time.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's after Jedi, but is it because we know this is 5 years after Jedi?
I think. Ooh, that's a good question. I think Aftermath takes place because Aftermath leads into the Battle of Jakku. Because
okay.
the Battle of Jakku is the 3rd novel, so I think it's a couple of months or a year after Return of the Jedi.
So this could be after the books.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Cool. All right. So we got a beautiful shot of Carl Weathers by himself.
Carl Weathers looks great here. I know, right? I love that red design.
Star-studded shot just on his own. It's beautiful.
Really beautiful.
Is this the same planet they're on?
It definitely looks like it. That's the first thought I had. Do you guys remember the planet title? Was it Navarro?
I think,
Yeah, I feel like it started with an N.
Where the finale
But
is?
I still think I still get captured on this planet. I don't know why.
So they had time. So by the looks of everything, by the looks of everything we've seen in this trailer and the news we've gotten from EW and stuff like that, it looks like not a lot of time at all has passed between season 1 and season 2. It looks like a couple days to a week or so, a couple weeks. So it's interesting. They're back on that main planet by the looks of it, or this could be Tatooine. I'm guessing right now it's the main planet where Grief Karga is from.
Yeah, I think this is the entrance of the city, right?
That's what I'm thinking, because you can kind of see that those 2 pillars in the background.
Mm-hmm.
And
it looks pretty
midday like this.
It looks pretty decimated too, because isn't this where IG-11 was speeding through?
Yes.
Yeah.
If this is the same planet, yeah.
How do you think they're going to be tied back into the main situation?
Of course, we theorize they could be taken prisoner. We see some shots later on of an Imperial occupation in this area. So now, there already was an Imperial occupation by the finale of Mando season 8. But there could be even more forces coming into this town now.
Yeah, I think there will be. It's going to be interesting to see how the team kind of reacclimates to each other.
Yeah, and I can't get over it just the wardrobes in this trailer have just been so gorgeous.
So colorful. I like that.
Yeah,
pops a lot more.
It's didn't change, but I don't think so. But Grief Karga looks very much red.
She looks greener, I would say.
Oh yeah.
It's that's just he looks regal.
Oh,
yeah, pause right there.
Look at this.
Look at that. Looks like the same planet that the last shot was on, right?
It does. I think this is also confirming to me that
so sexy.
Moff Gideon doesn't have a custom TIE fighter. Because also Favreau was saying on Disney Gallery that this is how TIE fighters actually land, and that we just never seen them in their landing position. So the fact that we're getting
I love that detail. And someone tweeted something, I can't remember who. I wish I could credit them. They're like, nothing like TIE fighters doing yoga or something. I'm like,
mimicking their own X-wing style. No, but this definitely makes more sense though, because whenever we see TIE fighters, they're usually in space hangars ready to be jumped in and fly out immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas these are just on the surface. And every time we've seen Imperial pilots on the surface, it's just we're amidst battle already or on patrol. So
yeah, I just love this shot so much.
But again, we only saw one TIE fighter last season, and then already boom, 3 or 4 TIE fighters taken off. crazy.
Where are the hangars for these ties? Like, where are they?
I think they're just landing pads
They're on
right here.
Ilum. They're got to be on Ilum. I'm
You
calling
think
it.
this is Ilum?
No,
No.
I was theorizing like just the Star Destroyer itself.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do. I'm pretty sure there's probably going to be one over, or if not,
Over
like
this way.
if
Right there. Bingo.
okay, now, all right. Well, before we dive into that, I will say, like, if I were to imagine like where a TIE or a Star Destroyer would be, like I said earlier, in like walking the streets under lamps, I was fascinated by the theory of it being Corellia, and we know that's actually like a shipyard building for old destroyers. So
I do like that theory.
if you wanted to pick up a decommissioned one like we were theorizing isn't fully completed and stuff, which would be fascinating.
Or to go fix one.
Yeah, for sure.
Ooh, that'd be nice. But yeah, this shot, it looks like the opposite of the shot we saw in the EW footage or camera roll of like all three of them, of Grief Karga, Cara Dune, and Mando in this kind of area looking over, and they could be looking at all these stormtroopers. Like,
and look at the camera work too. Like it feels like the action is going to be insane.
Boots on the ground. Yeah.
Yeah, and the tilted like through the hallway is it's so good. And I think it immediately is about to go to the and I think it's about to immediately go into the speeders as well.
Yes. That's okay. That's what I want to get into because I think so. We'll play this frame by frame here.
And this is definitely a Star Destroyer. Looks like it.
So here.
Boom.
Yeah. Ooh.
This looked like the top of like a carrier or just like a platform. And then it jumps down into. Okay, there's no snow here, actually. I don't know.
It's just straight canyon. I don't know.
It looks like that could be that same planet from that Sasha Banks was on, that water planet, maybe. I don't know. But maybe not.
It's a different planet. I don't know where this would be.
Well,
We just gotta appreciate this shot altogether.
pause it. Those are stormtroopers on the ground over there. Like that was after a battle, right?
Ooh.
To the left, to the bottom.
Oh yeah,
left.
I can see like the feet of one right on.
Yeah, right there. Two of them dead.
Yeah, right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
One right there, one on the left hand side, two on the left hand side.
Yeah.
Wow. So
I
think
base of some sort. I don't know.
it looks like one of those bases, like from like Fallen Order. We saw a lot of those Imperial bases, so it looks just like that, and the movies and stuff too.
Like who are the? I'm excited for these chase sequences, man.
Yeah, look at that! Oh, the elevation! Oof,
So cool.
oof. That's so awesome. That is sick. One of my favorite shots. So cool.
Amazing. Look at that. Look at that turnaround.
Look, it's like
man.
the rock's like kicking up from landing because he's trying to
Yeah.
turn. Oh my gosh!
Is that a Vin Diesel cameo? I mean, look at that drift.
The amount of progress we've made since speeder bikes a la Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, 1983. Yeah, it's crazy.
Guys.
That's crazy too because I still remember like watching the effects for the making of the Star Wars trilogy, and like literally they just had to like steadily walk a camera through the forest and then like speed up the frames later. They had to walk for like miles, and now we could just the volume.
Incredible.
Nuts.
So yeah, this seemed to be like a totally. Oh wow, it's crazy. But yeah, that rock planet seemed like to be like a totally new planet, and this seems to be
Probably the water planet again.
That's what I'm thinking. Like it could be the water planet again, obviously because there's water in the scene, but also I don't know. Like something's filling up.
Is it filling up, or is it just underneath like a dock?
Underneath spying. Maybe he's spying or trying to like.
Oh,
Where Baby Yoda be?
I automatically thought of something like where it's filling up and he has to like grab on to breathe or something. But of course, he's on a helmet. So
I know. How do you think his armor is? Because I know when he took off the helmet in the finale, like there was that noise that like opens up to like break the seal. So I wonder if he has any form of like airflow within.
Great question.
I bet it's more so gas mask like thing.
Yeah, because like also like thinking back on like Force Awakens with Finn, he would say like they can filter out smoke, not toxins. So I imagine they're not very good for oxygen based stuff. It's just a matter of like a sealed breathing mask.
Very interesting though. I don't know what could be going on here. It's just
he seems to be struggling. I don't know if he could be like sneaking into somebody's like from underwater, but right now he seems to be struggling. That's why I kind of got
Yes, he looks like he's trying to breathe for
and
sure.
I wonder if it's like headed. Do you guys think? I know we were theorizing that Baby Yoda is probably going to get captured. Do you think maybe he's been kidnapped by like maybe even a third party and the troopers are pursuing and then he's following suit?
Oh wow! Right now, I'm thinking he's getting chased by those people we saw earlier.
Yeah, but they went straight to the ground though. Like he gets taken to the air.
Good point.
Yeah, see when he takes off here. Watch.
Yeah, let me see the full clip.
He's above everybody. He's not like
straightforward. And then we're back on the graffiti.
I don't know. I mean, right? That shot, he could have shot those. He could have shot a couple of stormtroopers, then lifted up, and then we don't see him like peek down.
Sure. Yeah. Oh, there's like a little river down here. Okay.
And it looks like in the next shot, I think he's shooting out the light.
I love this.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Superman. Yeah.
I think he's torturing somebody here.
Oh, dude! You imagine you get strung up by Mando and he just knocks the light out. It's terrifying.
Yeah, go back to that shot right quick.
Before we head into Ilum.
Here we go again.
So cool.
But yeah, it looks like in that first shot we got of him coming into the planet, I could theorize him walking in, somebody in the shadows thinks they can get like a good pickpocket off of Mando or whatever.
Oh my god.
And then he turns around on him, clips him to the light, says, "Yeah, next try. Nice try, buddy."
It's just like an amplified version of the bar scene.
Yeah, I guess I'm thinking, yeah.
That's terrifying, though. So good.
Or he could be asking this guy some questions.
Yeah. Which way do I go?
Headed in.
Super fascinating.
Initially, when we saw like the leaked image when he was like entering, we were like, "Oh my god, is it Exegol?" But
oh no, please no.
But yeah, so cool. Yeah, I could see this. I would primarily say it's Ilum, but you know, you could make an argument for Zepho.
It's interesting. Yeah, bring Baby Yoda with him and no baby cradle. He's just bringing him by his arms here. So,
which I think there's going to be a sense of a force test going on for him or something.
For a baby.
Or some sort of guidance for the Force user, not necessarily it's 50. But
hey, he's 50. He's got some years on his back.
He stopped fire. He's all right. You know,
man, I just really want to rewatch season 1 because I really haven't done a proper rewatch. I watched a ton of the episodes twice, even 3 times, especially like some of the later ones and going into the finale. But I haven't sat down and done a proper rewatch. So I need to do that.
I think it's such a blast to just watching the last 2 episodes. Succession. It's just a grand finale. But yeah, we're entering in here. I
love how all this is a mystery. Like I love that I can't connect any of the dots really. I mean, I kind of have a vague sense.
Can't really confirm anything really. Which is the beauty of Star Wars.
Wow! What is that?
Is that the Razor Crest? Falling out of orbit?
Now it looks like it's going into orbit. Yeah, into orbit. Like that first shot of the trailer, we see it's like burnt out going towards the blue planet. This could be when it enters the blue planet's atmosphere. He's like crashing down.
It looks like. Oh wait, it is. It's got to be the Razor Crest. Look at that. It's going straight.
It's side view.
And
I think is the door open on the back? Hit play while, like let's see it play while it like maybe it's flapping. Kind of. Well,
yeah. Play out the whole scene, or
it's so quick.
Yeah, very quick. Okay, that's it. Okay.
Oh my god, this is like a boxing match.
I was like, what is it, Southpaw?
I love it.
This gives me like Maz's Castle vibes. Times 1,000. Look at even the flags or whatever is up here.
I was thinking of Solo, like where he goes into like where the place is rock.
It's crazy because so many people have already made like so many like edits of like the Mando theme mixed with the Rocky theme.
Oh, that's so funny.
Oh my god, I love that.
Dude, they amp up to something here. That'd be cool. But yeah, I think the dialogue you're getting by the end of this trailer is actually coming from the Cyclops dude he's about to talk to.
Well, I just now realized are those the same things from Return of the Jedi?
Yeah, it's the Gamorreans, not guards, just Gamorreans.
Yeah, just Gamorreans. Holy crap!
This was the first anything we saw for season 2 was teased by Favreau was a statue of one of these guys.
Exactly, which we thought like, oh, he's going to visit Jabba the Hutt, but I guess Gamorrean's just coming in on a cameo in this scene here. I love that. Wow.
I wonder if one of them could end up being one of our new crew
People we
members.
got to talk to. Yeah.
Or-
Or maybe it's just this guy. Yeah.
I don't know. He seems treacherous. I don't know. But so is Grief Karga. So who's
He looks what, Carson?
What is like that? What is the other guy holding? So the one guy has an axe. What is that huge impact coming from? That's
Some sort of-
crazy. I guess it's just the axe hitting.
It seems like they're like when they're in that cage, they have some kind of shield so they just don't kill each other. or something.
Oh, you know what? That's a good thing.
Um,
I don't see places like these not being acceptable to death, though.
I mean, it looks like a boxing match, right? You don't want to kill somebody in a boxing match. I mean, maybe not. I'm not sure.
I mean, well, but then here we are.
Exactly. You're exactly right.
This might be one of the third party people that he had. Like, what? I'm trying to look at this guy's costume here because it looks.
What is your ranking? Where do you hail?
This guy has an interesting costume.
Are you thinking it looks like the same guy from the Doctor from? season
Yeah,
one?
I'm thinking like maybe.
Hmm.
I can't see any symbols though.
This is the other side of Camino we don't see. It's
But
interesting.
yeah, this.
All I'm thinking about is how is the actor looking out of the costume.
You
Oh my
can't see
God,
it all.
yeah.
You can't see Jack.
I wonder if he's got like tiny eye holes or like.
So then we get the most iconic moment of the trailer.
So when we made Iron Man back in 2000,
What are they called again?
Whistling Bird.
Like birds, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
So I love Baby Yoda. I love his ears in this too. He's looking down. He's like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, I know what's about to happen. I'm out of here.
Hide
It's
under
even
the table.
funnier in slow motion, you guys.
And then it pauses black for a while. It doesn't even showcase the actual scene. You just hear it, which I like
Oh, we
because
get
I
one
want to
little glimpse. At the
yeah,
end.
right at the end with the knife toss. Pew.
Wow.
Dude, he cleared that place.
So cool.
Yeah, everyone left.
This is the way.
This is. Oh my
Is that tomorrow Mars?
I wonder how that's going to be.
Can you imagine that's tomorrow Mars?
God.
That's his role.
I wonder if that's going to work like in the show. Like, is it going to go to black in the show, or are we actually going to see the full fight in the show?
No, I think we'll see the full fight in the show.
Oh, yeah.
I hope so. Yeah.
Which I'm actually happy about that. But yeah, that's actually everything for that point.
Is it? Oh,
But yeah, that's the last shot before the
We're
title.
talking about this crazy.
Just the title of Disney Plus. It's been an hour.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
the last shot.
I'm very excited about Mando season 2. I'm happy. Like a lot of the worlds here seem very new and fresh. Obviously, besides Tatooine, but yeah, the scope looks bigger. Just like from that shot of alone of the scout troopers going into the canyon. Like wow, like
Cool
it
little
seems like a
detail.
massive show.
Here is the
Oh,
smoke
the
on
smoke.
Yeah.
I just realized that too. Wow, that's awesome.
New season streaming October 30th. Only
Every week, yeah.
every week at 3 a.m.
God.
Uh,
Why?
why?
If Amazon could randomly drop stuff early in HBO Max, why can't
Oh.
Disney Plus?
Why can't they do that? I mean, it's gonna suck even worse for me now because like I have to wake up really early now for like school stuff, so I can't
yeah.
be watching it at 3 o'clock. I have to wake up 3 hours later. Like I'm screwed. So I have to watch it Friday. Exactly, the Twitter hype. I have to wait Friday till after work on Friday. So I have to come in the afternoon. I have to mute all you freaking people. I was about to cuss, but I have to mute you guys on the chat. It's like, oh, of course, Sean's gonna be like, "Hey, Evan, you didn't watch it. You didn't watch the show yet. My bad, bro. Oh my gosh." I'm gonna call Sean out, but yeah, I'm like, come on. It's
I mean,
gonna
I
suck.
would get the same thing from like my manager when I was working at my last job. He's like, "Did you catch the new episode yet?" I was like, "I'm gonna catch it after work." He's like, "Fake fan." Come on.
It's the worst.
It's like pressuring because you feel like so dependent to inform everybody of like what you thought of the episode. Because everyone like, you're the Star Wars guy. What did you think of the episode? You're like, I haven't watched it
Yeah,
yet.
people be tweeting you, Evan, what you
I'm
think?
trying to dodge spoilers every day, like
Yeah, it's like, it's the worst. Come
Because
on,
it's
Disney
short-
Plus.
because it's a short format episodic thing. So like, you can ruin everything in like 2 sentences.
Yeah,
Really?
easily. Like Baby Yoda spoiler was all over the following morning.
I am
All over.
amazed, dude. I actually had to wait until like after I worked all day, and like I muted every possible combination.
Okay, cool.
And somehow I still wasn't spoiled. Somehow,
You know what's hilarious is this. So like, some of our Twitter friends, they just got Disney. I think in Norway, they just got Disney Plus, and they're still airing the episodes weekly. As if the whole world hasn't seen the show and knows everything that's happened
for no reason. Yeah, at least they'll be able to finish the entire first season before October 30th, anyways. But
yeah,
I think there was an interesting thing too, is that he was saying they actually aired episode 1 like on actual TV, which was
to like cool. The Disney Plus launch, which is that Mando season 2, guys. I'm pumped. Like I feel like the trailer dropped at the right time in hindsight.
I see they have decided to only give me half the season before I have to renew my subscription.
Oh yeah, Carson, did you cancel? Are you back on now?
I'm not back yet. October 1st, I think I'm gonna come back.
That's good. I haven't watched jack crap from Disney Plus in months.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
and I'm paying $7 a month.
It adds up.
I went for the full year, and I'm like, I'm glad I at least share with my family, because then it is getting used. Like my nephew will watch stuff, but like
you're right. I say that I just freaking watched Mulan, but that's so forgettable that I totally forgot I watched Mulan.
Oh, you paid for Mulan, did you? Yes, as did I.
My mom paid for Mulan. Thank you.
Yes, as we said last week, Evan's mom paid Mulan for everybody, and it was great.
Yes, yeah. You freaking pirates.
Mom Power? All right.
But yeah, this was exciting. It wasn't like this didn't blow me away. There wasn't a shot that was like, oh my god! Like most Star Wars teaser shots or teaser trailers have like the one shot where you're like, oh my gosh. It didn't really have that.
Yeah.
But I liked everything I see. The thing I love about Mando is, especially going into season 2, I'm like worried. Is it going to be everything like, one episode with Bo-Katan, the other episode with Ahsoka, the other one Boba Fett? Like what I saw from this trailer is all new and all of it intriguing, cool visuals. So very excited.
It reinvigorates the hope I had for it before all the 31 flavors of scoops came out. But
exactly.
It just makes me feel better, but it sucks still knowing that the things are to come, but it will be a whole different thing that physically see it. So at least there's that.
Totally. Like we know, we rumored to know what's coming up, but we don't know the journey. It's like, yeah.
Exactly. You could read the Dune book all you want. You have not seen what Denis Villeneuve will.
Exactly, Carson. So stop telling us you've read the book. We get it.
So up next we have the Dune trailer.
Yeah, let's watch the Dune trailer.
You can go check out My Cup of Tea for that, though.
Exactly, yeah.
We'll get copy strike just for saying Dune on this.
Go give WB all the money.
WB is going to come into this.
They get all the money for that.
Oh, man.
All 7 cents. Good job. You happy? Yeah, dude, it was so fun. I can't wait to check it out. I imagine they're probably going to do one more trailer that will drop like a week before the streaming.
Yeah, or I think like even the beginning of October we'll see a second trailer, and then we'll see teaser, and then we'll see like little short what are they called? TV spots. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll get character posters soon and that kind of jazz.
I don't think we'll get it as soon as the beginning of October. I think we'll get it a week or two before the drop, and then the week leading up you'll get TV spots.
Oh, are you guys surprised we didn't see anything of Moff Gideon in this trailer?
A little bit, yeah. Because especially after seeing the image of him, I figured we'd get something. I hope he's not super limited. I want to see more.
We'll see him in the main trailer. I think all this stuff is early, like episodes 1 and 2, maybe 3.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Implementing a lot of the shots. I imagine there's going to be a lot of scenes with him. Like either he'll be discussing through hologram or actually taking action with the Darksaber, dodging blaster fire.
Yeah, because I think one of my theories from the past couple of weeks was like, what's going to be the voiceover? Nobody guessed it was going to be the Armorer voicing over the trailer. I still think for the main trailer,
new audio too.
Oh yeah, new audio exactly. Yeah, but I think for the main trailer, we can see Moff Gideon. Just like, give me Giancarlo Esposito's voice over the main trailer. Come on. I would love that.
Absolutely.
You know, we're going to get a shot of the sizzle of the Darksaber humming, and then you see Mando. And it's just,
gosh, that would be killer.
I wonder how the Darksaber fares against Beskar. That would actually be interesting if he could like literally like arm block this blade. I don't know.
Yeah,
but...
I don't want Din Djarin to test that theory out.
no, you don't want to, but like
my arm.
Imagine like Star Wars played up the fact that like you're always losing limbs and like you go to strike one, but it doesn't actually affect. That would be.
I would love it.
Good twist.
It's kind of like look at each other like, oh, this is fight now.
This is the way. But yeah, we're super excited to
since we got YouTube up. Do you guys want to go into Squadrons first?
Yeah, I think that would be
now. Full disclosure, I have not seen the CG trailer.
Really, dude? Let's watch.
I missed it. I retweeted it when it came out. Was it Monday? Right? I think
so. Yeah, dude. I want you to have audio for it, but like, it's just it's so visually stunning. It brought tears to my eyes. It was so visually stunning. Like, it's so good. Yeah, Star Wars.
Here we go. Yeah. I honestly don't even want to play it on the stream. Like, I feel like Evan needs to like. Do we play it with volume and just voice over it?
Well, does the volume come through? I guess is a question.
Oh yeah, I don't think it does. I think we tried it.
Yeah, try it.
Do we hear volume?
If volume's going on your end, I don't hear it.
Okay, let's try.
Is there an audio
StreamYard settings?
Welcome to Hyperspace Hype, where we show you all the behind the scenes.
Audio. Where is advanced settings? Yeah, StreamYard doesn't really have that many settings.
So do you have an automatic like Social Blade open for the channel of the video you're watching?
Yeah, no, it's just a Social Blade plugin. So anything I'm watching has a Social Blade plugin.
So now you can judge
everything. I'm back.
We were trying to figure out audio, but
yeah, we can't play with audio, but
that's kind of like a big thing with it.
Yeah, like the sound design of this.
Music's gorgeous.
I can check out the audio next time.
Unless you want to now. And we just
honestly, Evan, can you go watch it on your phone right now?
Yeah, I could do that.
And I will just talk about it, and I want to get like your live reaction when you come back to the stream. Like, I think it'd just be funny.
If actually, well, we could do a thing where we could like sync them up to play simultaneously. So Evan gets a clear view, but then we're also.
Oh yeah, let's do that. Let's just Evan, play it on your phone, and we'll just hit play at like the similar same time, and you can just like watch it with audio on your phone.
Okay, I'm at 0-0.
All right, 3, 2, 1, play.
And then Carson full screen it.
Yeah, I got you.
Well, you're still going at 0.25 speed.
Oh,
back to 0. Sorry.
Yeah, I paused that. I was like, wait a second. Why am I
Welcome back to Hyperspace.
I forgot that it saves it like that.
Yeah. It's so good though.
Okay, let's
3, 2, 1, play. All right, I think it's good now.
Yeah, we're good now. This is perfect timing. Perfect.
I kind of hear the audio through Evan, so that's cool. It's really great. Just look.
Wow. Okay. Varshaw.
I'm not ready for this. Like, oh my, I was not ready.
Whoa. Let me turn this up.
I wish I reacted to this because I was losing it.
Yeah, no. It's so cool. I love stories that take the Empire perspective like this because we don't see it like this at all.
Is that Homegirl?
Maybe.
From Empire or from Aftermath? Disengage!
Oh god! Intercepted.
It's so 10.
Wow. Dude, what is going on? Holy crap!
Yeah, dude, they're getting wrecked.
Okay, man.
Man, this is intense.
Oh my gosh.
I don't even care if I get popularity, but
I know, it's so fun.
The Overseer.
Right,
wow, these fights look incredible.
The bomber is like the slowest ship too. So that's scary.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, duh.
They're
Yeah.
so weighted down by armor, but
Uh-huh.
and that makes interceptors like more vulnerable.
Yeah, you gotta be strategic.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that shot. Ooh.
Oh, dude. Lighting the rebellion as the villain is so good.
Jeez. Oh, he used it for like booster.
Honestly, this gives me more of a understanding of how I need to operate my controls in the game.
I think so too. Yeah. As I'm watching it, I'm thinking the same thing.
Oh, this shot.
Gorgeous.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
And dude, the shield generator.
Oh, heartbreaking.
Oof.
Oh, but 10 out of 10 part coming up right now.
I'm a little ahead of you. Yeah. Whoa. What's...
That's fine. Wait, I might be able to. I'll try to skip 5 seconds.
There's a light. What is that? Oh, okay.
Is that better?
Oh, yeah. Perfect timing.
Cool. Look at that.
What does it say? Oh, yeah. They're like hunting him. Holy crap.
Checking the debris.
Oh, I get it. Hunted. Roll credits.
His ship's making noise. Oh,
Falling apart.
Dang, this is intense.
I know. I know everybody's like, I want this for a Star Wars movie, but like honestly, I want this for a Star Wars movie.
this literally just makes me want a full animated.
Thank you.
Movie.
Animated.
Right.
Dude, look at this.
Wow,
Western
this is
showdown.
great.
Ooh.
So
Oh,
cool.
this is so intense.
Yeah, Evan's definitely still ahead.
Oh,
Look
this is
at
like
that. Flex off the.
right off the cockpit. Jesus Christ.
Speaking of ships going.
Yeah, into
planet.
the atmosphere. That's like 2 in a row now.
Oh my god, but he doesn't let up.
Dude, the missile.
And
This
this is
is
all from the
insane.
Empire perspective. I can't get over that. It's so cool.
It's so good, and I'm glad they stick with it too.
Yeah, it makes it look like the rebels are the bad guys here. This guy is trying to live.
Dude, and just the graphics of this is insane.
Insane, yeah.
I can't wait to do that in game and just screw over players.
Wow.
Shoot it out.
Jesus Christ, the animation in this thing.
Look at that.
Impeccable.
That's
Is this where Mando was?
I know, right? Yeah, it's the same planet. Oh my god. Yeah, I like that maneuverability.
oh,
Turn
damn
around.
right there.
Yes, drift, dude. I love the drift.
Got him. Oh no, we got the droid.
Right.
Ew. R4.
Oh, is this bot 2?
Is it?
That's what I was kind of.
thought, though.
I love. That's my favorite genre.
Their ships come up.
Jeez, that's incredible.
We're not even in space anymore. Like
Bro, this is insane.
it's like Beggar's Canyon back home.
I was genuinely blown away when I watched this. I'm like, how did this even?
Imagine watching something like this in a theater, man. Oh,
Reminds me of the Salt Caves on Crate right there.
Oh yeah, nice.
Look at that.
Oh, he said war's over.
you called him an imp.
Yeah.
Imperial. Jeez.
Ooh, I always love that water thing ever since The Force Awakens. Oh my
No,
god.
but you hear that? It's
Look at that, Evan. A wave.
they made the Imperial March heroic. Like, dude,
That's wild. That's
look at that like slow down skid on the air.
That ship just dies.
Oh, is he dead?
No.
Oh,
But...
what? Oh, yeah, that's crazy. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This show was wild.
Tumbles. Wow.
It's crazy because his windshield was broken.
This
too.
score, I like it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So this
This
is
is badass.
Sandra Bullock in Gravity.
To his left, you can see Anne Hathaway from Interstellar.
Right. Crossover.
What do you
Matt
say?
Damon, what are you doing here?
No, this is Dunkirk. I'm sorry. Yeah, this is Tom Hardy Dunkirk.
Tom Hardy gets captured.
It's not over yet. Woo!
In the
That's
helmet.
it, I think. Yeah.
Reflection in the
Squadrons.
eyes. Wow.
Wow,
This
that just
is
sold
what
me on
sold-
playing the single player. Dang.
This is what sold me the game for sure.
Yeah. Shoot, I'm gonna go freaking pre-order this.
Right.
Oh, so he's the guy on the front cover of your clip,
Yeah, he's
or the
your
thumbnail.
Imperial you follow. I was like reading up on some of like the profile too.
That was awesome.
So I know it was saying like he had joined the Empire to like he thought it was like the only sense of like order in the galaxy, pretty much. He
Makes
has
a lot of sense.
which is also great.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
This is awesome. Man. It's a super
Great.
pump.
The wave, dude. It was totally out of the Kessel Run or something. I'm like,
It is. I
hits
still
the wave
can't,
and it crashes into it.
I can't get over the music of the Imperial March being heroic.
Mhm.
It's so good.
Right?
That was incredible. Like we
Nathan,
haven't
I'm
seen a TV short since like the Old Republic stuff. Like,
Yeah. I love the scope of it. And Nathan, I'm telling you, you got to read Lost Stars and get some like Empire perspective stories like this. It's so awesome to get. It just changes your whole perspective on the war and everybody that's like swept up in the Empire.
Dude,
But yeah, so I guess so he's the character that we're going to be going with during the story of this game?
Yeah, on the Imperial side,
Presumably.
there's 2 split campaigns.
oh, you're right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
So he could be our main guy for the Imperial side. Okay.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting. I don't know if we have like original characters. Like, are we playing an original character? Or are we playing? So we're playing him in the
Yeah.
story, even though we can like change the name, right?
I know we have.
Can't
I know we have a book character that he's serving under.
Okay. Yeah, he's under
Maybe
like
maybe
race
the light
alone,
side
right?
one. Yeah, maybe the light side one you choose. I don't know.
It's funny because like watching this, I'm just like, oh man, I hate the rebels, but like, and then I think back, no wait, Hera's in the game.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, that was just so cool when he's in that shipyard area after all that destruction and trying to turn off all his like batteries and all that stuff, and they find him. Dang. And there's never a bad shot of a destroyed ship going into the atmosphere. Remember in the Clone Wars finale, Ahsoka and Rex going down there through the atmosphere. That was incredible. And then same thing here. I mean, geez, that was so cool.
It is gorgeous, and the fact that the ship is just dying gradually the whole time.
I love that. Like, give me a lot of the debris flying shots. Come on.
I really hope that's actually a thing in game where you have like some damage in your ship, but you have to control as much as you can to keep going and get the win.
Oh, yes, that'd be awesome.
I don't want to just explode instantly and like respawn. I want to like.
I'm still waiting for that game where you can go from space into the ground, go from space into the planet, like
Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga.
Yeah, Lego Star Wars.
Yeah.
I think they said they could do that.
You'll be the one to do it. You'll land and you just go right into battle.
That's so cool. Like, I want to do that.
I want to play like this though. I want to just hop out and just be like.
Me too. Like, imagine like a VR too. Like, oh
my god,
that would be awesome.
Imagine if you could imagine if you could join game. I imagine that would be a really cool add-on mechanic for like a new playability style where you can play the droid co-pilot and just like work to like ship repairs and stuff and like target locks.
I think it'd be cool
awesome.
mini mission. Yeah, it'd be sweet to have. Because I always like what is frustrating about Battlefront is like they introduced like the big matches where it's like, oh, we're gonna start on the ship and then we're gonna go down and then, but it's like there's loading lobbies in between and you're like, all right, well, that's just defeated the whole purpose of like seamlessly going from place to place. But I feel like it'd be cool if there was like, you get to the ground and you just get out of your ship. Like, oh, it sounds amazing.
That's what I really want. Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be dope.
I think that effectively you had something close to that in the like OG 2000.
The OG Battlefront. Yeah.
I mean, you couldn't like fly straight to space, but like you could hop into like an aircraft, and at least when you did play the actual like the space battle combat, you could go into the enemy ships as well and infiltrate.
And that's what I love. Like you can do that like on Battlefield too. Like when you're on Battlefield, you can get into a helicopter, go to the other team's like hangar or whatever. But man, like I wish you could do that, but in space, where you can like grab a squad, go to do that, infiltrate a ship together. Oh, that would be so cool.
Oh, because that was always a thing. It's like I basically like always played with the computer.
Exactly, the NPCs.
And I could load up gunships, sure, but like they're just like random, and they'll just get like killed off mostly. But like if you could bring your whole squad in,
people like communicating, like let's raid the ship.
Oh wow,
like,
chills. I know.
Give me that open world Star Wars game that seems
open world Star Wars. Come on.
Now we got this Harry Potter thing. I'm like, guys, Star Wars, it's right there. Like
it's right there.
Absolutely.
We need it.
I feel like at the very least we have something sort of like that introduced in Fallen Order, but I want to be able to like navigate like the ship to the courses and then have giant maps with a better map layout. But
oh god, awful map layout in Fallen Order.
What's the map layout on this one? You don't get one.
You don't get one.
You get the little. But like I was saying, like during the short, I think I have a better sense on like how to properly read the controls now when I play.
Yeah, you can kind of see like there's one shot of him using like a booster effect with his TIE fighter. That was really cool. I think you have those, like you can equip those.
I think it's a sense also like on the actual like radar, like you're always like dead center, and like the ping on across the map is where all the relying ships are that you have to navigate to, and then you have to look out your window as well to line up shots. Yeah,
and different ships have different like windows, of course, because they're all different ships, and you can only see through certain aspects through different ships. So maneuvering through that, and like you said, like one ship's faster than the other one, but also has a lot of defense. Like how do you counteract that? Be careful which ships you're aiming at, which ships you want to run away from. A lot of strategy is going to be going into this.
Always a thing is like A-wings and interceptors are the speediest, but like they're the least armored, so they can get taken out very easily. Bombers like the TIE bomber and the Y-wings, like they're most armored, but they're slow, so like they're an easier target, stuff like that. So I imagine most people play middle ground TIE fighter X-wing, but I think there's 4 ships on each side though, right? I think they had said
4. I think 4 or 5. I'm pretty sure it's 4 though.
Onto each side.
On each side, which I like. I like that little small feel to it. I play Last of Us online all the time, and on that game, it's 4v4. It's just very like contained, limited amount.
I love that actually. Yeah,
you don't need like Battlefield. I play Battlefield a lot too, and that's 32 versus 32 for 64, max of 64 people. So yeah, very exciting.
Yeah, dude, this is gonna be fun. I mean, I know we didn't like go. It's not really something to really break down because it's a special animated short. It's not something that's gonna like fuel into the campaign much, but it's fun, dude. And like I said, we kind of got a sense on like gameplay-esque, just on like how to understand it. So that was great.
It got me excited more so than anything they put out so far. So it did its job
easily.
I can't wait to play this. PS5 Christmas time, winter break. It's gonna be amazing.
Hyperspace streams, like
let's do it.
No, I'm so down.
Hyperspace crew, like lock S foils and
I'm gonna be dying all the time, so bear with me.
Oh yeah, Evan, no.
I'm sorry, guys. My shields aren't working. My shields aren't working. I'm not getting the haptic feedback.
Let's try spinning.
Everyone. Oh, jeez, that would be cool,
dude. I can't wait. It's gonna be so fun. But I guess we'll move on to our final main topic, which rumor. You ready for this?
We should have like a rumor dance or a rumor sign or something.
We need like a jingle.
Yeah.
I need to make the Baskin Robbins thing just all. Please.
Just put like the Imperial March over it, like over a Baskin Robbins commercial or something.
I'm gonna put Paul Rudd working at Baskin Robbins in the cantina.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah. I'm thinking like the cantina music, like dun 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 dun.
Baskin Robbins, would you like a new Star Wars story? But yeah, okay. So I have to imagine the source is Samuel L. Jackson because that's all I read.
This came from Daniel on Twitter.
Daniel, yeah.
Right.
And if people don't know Daniel's like a big scoop guy in like the mostly comic book movies like Marvel, DC, but sometimes he ventures into Star Wars, and we get scoops like this.
Yeah, which is an ideal pitch, kind of just like the Lando series of a young, older Mace Windu story where older Mace Windu will be returned Samuel Jackson and the younger actor to play his younger self.
Yeah, like older Mace Windu, presumably in a limited role, like the real Samuel Jackson, in a limited role in the series will focus on a younger Mace Windu. Of course, he says like the classic thing is like early development, because early development can mean anything. I mean, it means like this could be scrapped at any time. And this is fascinating. I don't think this is real, mainly because I don't want it to be real. It just seems very out of left field. Again, we're going back to those character-centric stories, which I don't want going into the future of Disney Plus series. I'm happy with casting Andor. I'm happy with Obi-Wan Kenobi. But after that, I kind of want to go into new stuff like the Leslie Headland show. I don't really want to see a Mace Windu show.
And like once again, like whenever I hear the idea of like expanding on a character, once again, I want to make Solo 2 happen. I want to explore them. That's what I think you can put so much more time in. And it even seemed like we were getting like the individual shows that would probably interconnect, which I'm fine with. That'd be cool. It's a cool idea. Mace Windu. I literally tweeted about this. The only person I've ever heard championing this idea has been Sam himself.
Yeah, people. Whenever they get Samuel Jackson interview, people always ask him like, "Oh, do you think Mace Windu's still alive? Would you come back?" What else do you think he's gonna say? No, he's in everything.
I know. Yeah. Every time interview, like, can you tell us the purple lightsaber story again? Like,
oh my gosh, yeah, exactly. Like,
you know what? Like we have him in so many things, like as like an ancillary character, just to like, and I think he's an interesting character, but I think the whole old young thing, it doesn't really add anything to a Jedi story that we haven't got before. And I'm like, could it really be that much more compelling than like a Dooku Jedi Lost? Like I love how rich Dooku's story is, like Jedi stuff. So is like something like Mace Windu's like journey to Jedi Master gonna be as compelling as something like that? I don't know.
I feel like we've only known him as such a stern, like one track mind, Jedi centric focused character that I've never gotten empathy from the guy. And sure, you can explore that now, but like, even like when he has
such an extreme of a character, he's such an extreme of like, he affects the other characters because of how his views are. Never been like,
even in Clone Wars, which has been praised to like further deepen like the characters you're supposed to care about, Mace is still the same basically. He's just
he feels that great role, like what he's supposed to do in terms of like what George Lucas is trying to say about the prequels. Mace Windu is the epitome of what the Jedi have become in the prequel era. Very like just very like wrong and very like not what the Jedi should be. And Mace Windu is the epitome of that. We see that in Revenge of the Sith explicitly.
I'm sorry, citizen.
Yeah. Oh God.
Every time.
Man. Every time. Yeah.
I mean, like, I get it. It services the story.
And I was never a huge Mace Windu fan. Even growing up, I've never connected with Mace Windu. Granted, you're not really supposed to, because like what I just said, like you're supposed to realize the Jedi aren't all good. Jedi aren't all like, they can be very flawed. And Mace Windu is the epitome of a flawed Jedi. We know he's a good guy.
Flawed Jedi. Yeah.
Yeah. We know he's a good guy. Every like in the Clone Wars, he's a very good and caring person, but at the same time, the rules he lives by now, the like strict nature of what the Jedi should be, or what the Jedi are at that point in the prequels, is exemplified in Mace Windu.
Yeah.
And I don't think young Mace Windu could give us sympathy. I mean, of course, we already kind of have sympathy for him. He's like a human, flawed character, obviously.
Yeah.
But I don't need to see a young Mace Windu to see him develop into that flawed character. I really don't need to see that. I know I'm kind of being a hypocrite because I like seeing like Han Solo develop into the Han Solo we know and love from A New Hope. But even then, Han Solo has so much rich backstory. Like he said in A New Hope, like I've been from one side of the galaxy to the next. Like there's a lot of area you can develop Han Solo to.
Not that Mace Windu hasn't, but like it very much feels like retracing our steps.
Yes,
but to me, we've gotten Jedi stories that are like this. Now, I think there are some elements that could make it interesting. Like I feel like the characters fall onto that slippery slope of just being influenced by all the, the Jedi past him, and we could see Yoda at a different place and kind of understanding how he ties into all of it. But again, it's like I don't think it's going to be as compelling. It's just getting new characters and fleshing out a new era. So to me, that's where I ultimately weigh it on the show. Is like I just want to see a new thing at this point, especially because we've already honed in on kind of some of the fan favorite characters of like, hey, we think there's a lot of potential in this, in Obi-Wan's story on Tatooine, kind of dealing with all of his grievances, or hey, Cassian's rise in the rebellion and how all the politics of all that. And so I think those have interesting premises. To me, I feel like I need to invent more stuff for Mace's backstory than is naturally available, and that's where I'm just kind of like indifferent about it.
Exactly. The only semi-interest I can see is like, oh, it's a story set before the Phantom Menace, and that'd be very interesting because we don't see a lot of that kind of stuff. Like, what was Jedi Order like in this time? But Mace Windu is a young guy. Like, he's not like 80, so we're only gonna see the Jedi Order 20 years prior. It's like, oh wow, 20 years. Like, that's crazy. Like, not much is gonna be different. Like, Palpatine's still going to be alive at this time. Yoda's still going to be alive. Most of the Jedi Order that we see in the Phantom Menace is going to be the exact same Jedi Order. And this kind of goes back to what we were talking about, I think, last week on Hyperspace Hype in regards to like Kathleen Kennedy saying like we're going to go to new places. Where I'm going back to George Lucas's words about where Star Wars should go next, back to the drawing board kind of things. And whenever we hear things like the Ahsoka series or a Mace Windu series, I'm just like, that's not going back to the drawing board. That's going back to what we already know. It's like, I want to see something rich.
Like the safe bet, the reactionary, like, hey, we're just going to do this because we know of
exactly.
it.
And that's on top of the Lando series, which I'm a fan of Lando too, but like Lando, Mace Windu, Ahsoka, it's like, oof, I don't want character-centric shows anymore. I gave you guys a pass with Cassian because Cassian, I have this idea in my head that Cassian can be like this political thriller. I have this idea in my head that Kenobi, we've all wanted Kenobi for years. That's kind of like an outlier. But besides that, like, that's it. I'm done, yo. I'm done. Yeah. Give me something new.
Yeah. Like, I think it's like, why can't we have a nuanced black character outside of the existing stuff we already have? Because we've already kind of failed at that. Why not open up the sandbox and, prove to themselves that they can create a nuanced black character in a story that actually resonates with that kind of aspect? So,
thank you. Yeah. I feel like Lucasfilm heard Black Lives Matter. Like, okay, great. Lando series, Mace Windu series.
Again, it just feels disingenuous. Like,
that feels like the exact same mindset of when Finn was first introduced. Is he related to either of those two? It's like,
it's like again, it goes back to Carson's SNL skit. How many black characters have we got in Star Wars? Like, we got Lando,
Will Hood back there.
Yeah, I know. We got the guy with the ice cream.
It's hilarious.
It's hilarious. Yeah.
So I will say, like, literally the only thing that would intrigue me about a Mace Windu series is the idea of older Mace Windu coming to terms that he was wrong in the sense of the Jedi, which would be a fascinating exploration, but that's not something you could pad out to a whole series.
Exactly. And again, that would mean he's alive. We could see him convening with maybe Obi-Wan and Yoda.
Which he lovely said in his celebration message for the 40th anniversary, I'm not dead.
Yeah.
They let him screen, so I don't know.
Yeah. Which is fine and all. But again, like the whole post, like, what could they be thinking of the Jedi now after they realize they're all wrong? We're getting that with Yoda. We're getting that with Obi-Wan. We don't need to see that with Mace freaking Windu. And again, I think Star Wars could do this kind of premise of like pre-Phantom Menace storyline with a new character. That'll be fascinating. All you need for Star Wars, like the MCU has proven it, just give us a great actor and people will follow. It's like what they recently did with the rumored like Jonathan Majors from Lovecraft Country possibly being Kang. Like people will flock to whatever product you have if you have a good actor or a popular actor at that in the forefront, and then they just have a good story to follow through with that, and that'll be it.
Yeah,
absolutely. I don't think we can add much more to that, but I run polls. So.
Wonderful.
Oh, always.
Wait,
so I guess we can.
I don't think we had a poll last week, did we? Or is this something?
I'm pretty sure I had a poll. I always have a poll.
Okay, cool. I like it. Yeah. Hit us up.
I think I also had like a write-in poll. Like at the same point, I was asking who people think Sasha Banks is playing in season 2 of Mando.
Oh yeah. Okay. What do we got?
Sabine. No.
Was she one of the options though? Right. Yeah.
Well, I didn't run a poll. I left it open to comment.
Okay. Great. Yeah.
Somebody commented a new character, possibly linked to Mandalore or maybe the Church of the Force.
Church of the Force, fascinating. We didn't even bring that up. Like
that's the connection I like. It's loose and it doesn't put yourself in a box. It doesn't have to like say character is this.
Exactly. Yeah. Ooh, that's a great idea. I really like that one.
Somebody said maybe in old arch nemesis Cara Dune, which I think that's the wrestling connection, but
that would be awesome. I would like that. And she kills Cara Dune in season 2. Oof. Too soon? Sorry.
All right. Other reply was rumor has it that she was in line to play Sabine from Rebels. I can only hope that
rumor has it. In other words, my uncle told me.
Yeah, but that was basically all the replies to that one.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I mean, like the Church of the Force one. That one very piqued my interest.
Oh, that's right. I ran a poll, which still has a couple of days left if you want to vote for it. Who would you replace Cara Dune with?
What did we get?
I only used one specific name. So all right, so at 14, tied at 14% is both the Tatooine mechanic.
I'm weak.
And literally any member of the heist crew from episode 6. That's tied at 40%. At 24% is the Camino scientist. And leading at 48% was Fennec Shand, Ming-Na Wen, which I would totally be down for.
Oh my god. Yeah, give me Ming-Na Wen. I'm surprised. Give us what's it called? Omera from episode 4. The hot woman that he had a hot for.
Yeah, the one that was really good at blaster fire.
Yeah, like give us her, like kind of a person who's not used to violence but slowly grows into it through her experiences with Mando. Come on, it's right there.
Or maybe she left a violent past and she's
even better. Come on. Yeah.
I'm down. I'm so down. Final update, I guess, because we kind of were a day early to the Rey lineage one. It's still leading 74%. Rey Nobody won, so that's great. Followed by Kenobi at 16%, and then a very low 5% Palpatine and other. So Rey Nobody forever. But yeah, that's about our polls. We're probably gonna run some further because I tend to love them and I think it's great engagement.
I love them too. Yeah,
quick, easy.
Before we close off, I just want to say. I'm looking at the Star Wars Twitter page right now, and there's a lot of awards that Star Wars seems to be winning tonight.
Yeah, what do you got?
So first off, they have Emmy for Outstanding Special Visual Effects, goes to Mandalorian. Then we have Outstanding Cinematography for a Single Camera Series.
Ooh.
Wow.
Then we have Outstanding Sound Mixing for a Comedy or Drama Series. Sound mixing. Then we got sound editing for a comedy or drama series, and then production design.
Wow, so that's sick.
And that's it. Yeah, production design, editing, mixing.
All these credits are going to be in the next Mando trailer.
Easily, it's like boom, boom, boom. Yeah,
from the 6-time Emmy-winning award series.
Yeah.
Coming to you this October.
We didn't even get a Ludwig score in this one. Hopefully we get it next one.
Oh, we totally forgot.
Yes. That would be awesome.
I
don't think so, right?
Headphones on again because I don't even remember the music.
Me neither. I don't think it was.
Wait, the music for what? The trailer?
The trailer was that Ludwig's score?
I think so. I mean, there was a lot going on. It was pretty like lead up to bombastic, but not really like setting a theme.
Mm-hmm.
I would say it was very like mysterious setting, but it's there. It's trailer music.
Yeah.
Like when I do think of Mando, I don't really think of the trailer music for the first season. I think of the scores in show.
Great point. Yeah, very true.
Which there's so many great ones. I was playing some of the score while I was waiting for the trailer to drop yesterday. I was like, all right, let's go.
Yeah, I was driving home actually, and I was listening to it. I'm like, oh, jeez. Like,
so good. So much. But yeah, that I think that about does it for our show this week on Hyperspace. But join us next week on usually Fridays. We just wanted to jump the gun on actually discuss this this as soon as possible. Thank Carson for that one. Great idea. But yeah, with that being said, had a great time discussing. Evan, where can the good people find you?
You guys can find me on Twitter at HarrisEV9, trying to catch up on all the PS5 news that dropped right before this podcast, a couple hours before this podcast. I'm trying to pre-order the PS5 now. Things are going crazy. But yeah, catch me on Twitter reacting to all of that and more Star Wars news. And of course, we do have My Cup of Tea. That can be Thursday or Friday.
We're going to go Friday for this week.
We're going to go Friday with that one? Okay, cool.
Yeah. So we'll probably enjoy a review of Devil All the Time or something.
Yes.
Maybe if I watch it in time. Yeah. We'll see.
Carson, where can they find you?
You guys can find me rescheduling the podcast every 5 minutes. And
this man not only shows up late, he will shift the days.
The power I wield. I don't have any Infinity Stones, but somehow I pull all the strings.
You see, guys, I casted him into a series, so I kind of put all of my faith in the man. I can't afford to lose.
We have decided to part ways from creative difference. No, I'm kidding.
Please, no. Please.
Oh, man. Okay. Well, on Twitter, by the way, at the Film Carson, tweeting about Dune, Star Wars, all sorts of stuff. The PlayStation 5, hopefully. I don't think I'm going to get it right at launch, but I'm going to get it this year, hopefully. I'm excited to talk about that stuff and honestly catch up on some of the games that I haven't played because I really hadn't become that much of a PlayStation person until the last few years. So, and I still need to finish The Last of Us and The Last of Us 2 as Evan.
Come on.
Would compel me to do so. But yeah, this is a fun episode and I can't wait for My Cup of Tea on Friday.
And as always, you can find me here on the channel and everywhere linked in the description below. All of our social media is included as well as the main Hyperspace Hype page, which you can follow and vote on a plethora of different polls. And also, whenever I decide to see the breaking Star Wars news in time, I will also post them. Like, if you wanted to catch stuff early, like I said, a bunch of images had leaked for Mando Season 2 before the actual trailer debuted, and they're all a shift eye view image, but I was able to fix them up sturdy, and I think it caught on like wildfire as well, which is great. So you love to see it. But yeah, with that being said, if you did enjoy our podcast, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if not already. And with that being said, I hope you have a great day, and may the Force be with you.